What's up guys, Card Pro Technics here. Today I'll be doing an all-new deck profile on the Nociel Strike deck from the all-new Winter FC 2015. Basically our beloved cute Nociel has gone through an evolution, a serious evolution, aka from grade 1, 2 and 3, and finally her final form is grade 4. She has grown to a fine lady. So yeah, this deck features tons of damage swapping in order for you to gain advantage at classes. So it's a very interesting deck, and while it also has this charm of being a very nice, well-designed card. So yeah, my friend will be going through the deck, the effects of the cards, because he's the owner of the deck. So yeah, here you go.
Okay, we'll play for Love Sniper Nociel, grade 3. What it does is that as a Vanguard, counter blast 1. When a unit with Nociel in its card name is put into your damage zone, you may pay the cost. If you do, if the card put into the damage zone is face up, there is the Nociel card. Put that card into your hand. Then you can put the top card into your deck from the deck into your damage zone. That means the swapper.
Oh, so basically anytime you take damage, so let's say your opponent attack you, then this Nociel enter damage zone, you can counter blast 1, add 1 card to your hand.
And counter blast the other card. This card must be face up.
Okay, the other card. Then you can add 1 Nociel to your hand. So
and
this is a draw like a free +1
Free +1
Very good, because you can activate both on your turn and your opponent's turn. So
yes,
you can gain pluses anytime, which is freaking awesome. Basically, I love cards that in the strike format allows you to gain pluses even during your opponent's turn. For example, her also. Like you're not only like doing your main phase, which you won't be able to use her.
During your battle phase.
During you can defend, because when your opponent turn 的时候，she'll be your Vanguard, so she can get the pluses.
Power.
So she's pretty much the same. Very good. A very nice advantage card.
The second effect is pretty much of the Nociel effect. Nociel effect. What it does is choose a card from your hand and put it to your damage zone face up. When this unit enters the Vanguard circle, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose a card from your damage zone and put it to your hand. That means a swapper Nociel.
Cool. So you're right, they swap 1 damage. So swap like a perfect guard unit from your damage zone and add to your hand. Very nice.
Yes.
Nociel
is good. Strider, Black Shiva Gabriel. Okay, it's a good old strike card. What it does that? GB2. Whenever a damage card is put a damage zone during this turn, you gain an effect that as a Vanguard, off front row unit gain 2k. That's a GB2 effect, good for late game.
Yep.
Then as next will be counter blast 1. When this unit strikes, you may pay the cost. If you do counter blast 1, look at the top 3 cards from your deck. Choose 1 card and put it to your damage zone face up. Put the rest into the bottom deck. Then choose 1 face up card from your damage zone, call it your rearguard circle. Until the end of the turn, that unit card gain 2k. Good filtering.
So basically she gives you a free +1, counter blast 1, filter 1 unit from the damage zone. Very nice.
Yep.
And her first skill is very good, because you can combo her with Broken Heart Angel, so that you can gain tons of defense. So she's a really good. I like the concept of having your main grade 3 Vanguard to gain effects during your opponent's turn, so that you can gain advantage not only just during your main phase, because during your main phase, if you're GB, most likely you're going to be striding, so you won't actually benefit. So yeah, great card.
We'll move on to the grade 2s. We need a power adder. Yes. This Million Rare Pegasus, I call it Rabbit Dash. Million Rare.
Yeah.
This effect is whenever a card is put into a damage zone, as a Vanguard or a rearguard, it gains 2k until the end of turn. So it's good that when you taking damage during your opponent's turn, if that card is a trigger, you gain 7k instantly to prepare yourself to prevent an attack from a rearguard attack.
The most amazing thing is just that during your early game, if your opponent rushes you, if you ride as this, you take the first damage. Most likely his rearguards unboosted won't be able to hit him, because he go up to 11k. So it is a very good defensive card.
Alright, then we have the next form, or not say next form, the GB form of the battle form. This Broken Heart, Nurse of Broken Heart, is a GB1 effect. That means it's going to useful after you strike. What it does is that it's the same thing whenever damage is put into your when a card is put in a damage zone, choose this unit and your Vanguard. It gains 2k until the end of turn 2. The good thing is that it pump your Vanguard to a more powerful monster when you call them to around your rearguard circle.
Correct.
So let's say you not just call 1 but 3 copies of it. You gain triple the power to your Vanguard.
And your rearguard's front row.
Yeah, not just that, it's itself. Yeah.
Oh.
As a Broken Heart.
She's so good because most of the time, let's say you're playing a strike card, most likely you don't even need boosters. Some of us will actually put her behind just so that you can protect your Vanguard to gain the power up when you swap.
Yep. Alright. 4 of it. our beloved girl, Nociel.
Yeah,
The
Nociel.
grade 2 from BDO says good old card. It's the rearguard version of the swapper. What it does that when this unit enter to the rearguard circle, you may pay the cost. If you, that means choose a card from your hand and put it to your damage zone face up. Then if you do, choose a card from your damage zone and put it back to your hand. Good for unflipping damage technique in other way.
Okay, I think I just realized the combo with this card really.
Which card? This card? Yes, it does.
Okay, so basically, if let's say you ride as a Vanguard,
Then first turn,
you can just use this.
and swap
I
again.
put one Nociel, draw one, get one free card.
Then if the Nociel put in the damage zone,
Yeah, then you
Counter.
Basically, it's a free +1 to your hand.
there's a plenty of ways to you can do it by swapping your damage
See.
as an angel feather.
So it's basically you swap, basically swapping damage and putting Nociel into your damage zone gives you a +1. Just think about it, it's very awesome.
You can imagine that later.
Yeah. 你用 grade 1 Nociel 放一个 Nociel, right? Then you can get back on free
Then
card.
swap again next turn.
Yeah.
Grade 1 was awesome, we'll talk that later. We also play 2 of the black Kirito Harut.
Huge card.
Yep, the GB4 version. What it does that GB1, when this unit attacks a Vanguard when it's boosted, you may counter blast 1. If you do, look at the top 2 cards from your deck and choose one card, put it to your damage zone face up. Then then the other card put bottom deck. Then choose one card from the damage zone face up and call it to a rearguard circle. And our swapper when attacking.
Counter +1 is like twin swords for Royal Paladins. You can get a free unit from your damage zone. So your damage zone basically your toolbox. Very interesting.
Alright, we'll head on to the great ones. Kanzen's negates will be I will use the old negates this time around simply because that sometimes you need to protect your rear guards. As a Vanguard itself, you need not to bother too much. Your Vanguard Gabriel is enough to tank alone for a lot of damage.
Correct.
In fact, as an injured feather, the more damage you take, the more fearsome you are later.
Yes, correct. And you want to protect her because she's like very OP.
Yep.
And to be honest, the damage unflip is not very needed because this deck can unflip damage easily.
By Nociels.
Yep, Nociels.
Alright. The Black Strider.
Right.
I just realized that they are all under black in GB4.
Yeah, correct.
What it does that when you attack a rear guard circle, you may reveal a grade 3 card. Then if you do search your deck for a Gabriel at your hand and discard one card later on, then when you strike, you become a grade 3. Simple as that.
Nice.
Now, the most powerful grade 1 card ever. Booster, Unicorns, 1000 Ray, Bonita. What is the same effect as grade 2? What is that when you enter a damage zone and then turn this unit gains 2k at end of turn. Great power boosting. Can easily get a lot of huge number.
Super anti-rush early game as well. And combo with all your tactics of the damage swapping, you can hit huge numbers late game. So your opponent get ripped.
Don't care about magic number, just huge numbers. For this one,
One
Better
Nociel.
Cupid, yeah, I like it. Play one this round. What it does that is the swapper when put in Guardian Zone. You may choose a card from your hand and put it your damage zone face up. If you do, choose a card from a damage zone and put it back to your hand. Just swap and door.
Yeah.
It's good for making a Gabriel a very good defense because once it hits, when Gabriel hits GB2 and you use it to guard later, it's a 9k instantly shield.
Yeah, correct. 9k instant shield.
9k
so it become how much? The defense?
No, this one will be 17. 9k, 5 plus 2, then plus another broken heart will be 9k shield straight away.
Oh, she should become 19,000 or what?
17,000 plus 7 means 18 first.
18,000.
18,000.
18,000 base power.
Yes.
Wow.
Then if another broken heart, then
Yeah.
it's easily.
You can stack.
Yes, stack. It's stackable. We also play one of this Doctor Girl. This is a special tech card. Okay, let me explain this. How does it work?
Yep.
Let's say this card is in a damage zone, right?
Yes.
What it does that during your turn, as a damage zone GB1, when a damage is put into a card from your damage zone, you may counter blast 1. If you do, you may counter blast 1. Then put this card. No, sorry. The damage. Sorry, my bad. What it does that if other unit from a damage zone call it to a rearguard circle, that means you most likely used by Shiva. Then yes, you have done yet. You may counter blast 1, call this card to a rearguard circle, then put the top card deck as a damage again.
Yeah. So it's basically 3+1 as long as she's in the damage, which
Yes.
is very good because you can just swap her into damage, then set up for your next.
Set up for your next turn. Most
Yeah.
likely during your main phase when you use your Gabriel strike, because you most likely call a free rear guard anyway.
This also can.
Yeah.
As long as you super call from the damage zone, is it?
When the card, other card accept herself.
Okay.
Then they must counter blast 1 and this card must be face up. The same effect must be activated when it is on the face
So
up.
she's really good because she's like herself. One card itself is a +1 in the damage zone, so she gives you a free plus.
Free
Very
plus,
nice.
big
Especially
booster.
The booster is very important in the deck as well.
Yeah, because I realized that Angel Feathers have a need not to have boosters, but it will be good if they have additional booster for another attacks.
Yep, free unit.
Free unit. It's attack cards, so you may try it during your when you want to.
Yep.
We'll move on to triggers. Angel Feathers. We'll play 8 crates. Yeah, this video 6 crate is so hard to find. Critical hit angel. Why is the flame of salamander angel feather?
In flame of victory.
Flame of victory. Why am I
arrow.
flame of salamander?
Yeah.
We're going to so choose an unit. You gain 3k until end of turn.
Crit Margot.
Crit Margal.
Right.
We'll play this another old school card, the Heal Triggers. That means the Lozen Megas version.
Yep.
When it boosted, you gain 3 more K until end of turn, and the end of until end of battle, and the end of turn you shuffle back your deck. Infinite heals along the way.
Yep.
Of course, we still got this most awesome 30th player of the game. 30th player of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, this 10 trigger Vocaloid, what it does is that as a rear guard, you may counter blast 1, GB1. You may select 2 cards from your damage zone. Need not to be can be face up or face down. Good. Then put those 2 cards and this card back to your deck and shuffle. Then you then return back the top 2 cards as a damage zone and draw 1 card. Good setup because that you can power up your Pegasus and your Broken Heart and even your Gabriel easily for huge numbers.
Yeah, so basically she's not a -1 because she replaces herself by drawing 1 card and while giving you as putting her back into the deck so that you can have another chance to check another stand. Stand is deadly in this deck as well because your Pegasus and all your rear guards are so big, so standing them will actually move more pressure sometimes. And she's really amazing because she's actually help you unflip damage, right?
Yes, it's a another illegal way.
So she unflip damage, she adds spell to your Vanguard and rear guards, and she is a stand trigger. Very, very good card. It's probably one of the best stands in the game now.
Yep. For starters, we'll play the Black Candle Azure. This is a GB1 effect, is that during your turn, counter blast 1, put this unit into your soul. If you do, put a top card from a deck as a damage face up, then choose 1 face up card from the damage zone and put back to your hand. Situational cards like Nociel will be good because you're gonna need it on later on, put in your hand or even your negates to put back for later game. Yes. We'll move on to the grade 4 of this deck. This deck this was Ureru. Sorry, Ureru. I forgot her name so bad.
Yeah.
What it does is that when this unit attack hits a Vanguard, you may look at the top 3 cards from your deck and select 1 card and put it in the damage zone face up. Then shuffle your deck. Then if you do it that way, you can superior call a grade 2 face up card from your damage zone, call it your rear guard circle, and that unit gain 2k until the end of turn. Another is like a Warrior Paladin version of the Gaublade in damage zone.
Gaublade. And it gains +2k as well, very nice.
Yeah.
It might hit your magic numbers, you never know.
Yeah, man, never know. We'll play 2 copies of that.
Very good, +1.
If you like to finish off your opponent in a most disastrous method, this guy Angel, what it does is that when this unit enter to the Vanguard circle, you may Soul Blast 2 and if you do, put all your cards from your damage zone in your deck and shuffle it, then put back the same, repeat the same number of cards from your damage zone in the same way. Why is it 5 damage? Is suitable because that it's good that you can power up with your Broken Heart, your Pegasus easily for huge numbers. That means from just 5 damage, right? You can get 10k history for each column. That means you can potentially get 20k for each rear guard column.
So all your stuff, like all these, it gains huge numbers, which make your opponent get even more hard to guard. So basically, it's when it sends back, is it come back as face up?
Face up, yes.
So it totally unflips every single damage you have.
Yes.
So it's very, very strong, and its cost is basically free because Soul Blast 2. We don't even use Soul Blast in this deck.
Not so much.
Yep. So he's amazing card. He's an amazing finisher.
Because
he doesn't give you plus, but he gives you a huge amount of power, which is really, really good as well.
That means your setup is gonna be a final turn move.
Correct.
The most usable strike card for Angel Feather, this Holy Shiva Gabriel. Not Gabriel, Raphael, sorry. We'll play 4 copies of that. What it does is that when during your turn, main phase activate, turn herself face up and heal 1 damage.
Yep. So
it's a very at first when they thought that it's an underrated card but just healing 1 damage, but later on as we play a game, you find that this guy is very irritating, just healing 1 damage.
Imagine this, your opponent, you're at 4 damage, you heal off to 3 damage. Next time you can just no guard your opponent's Vanguard.
Yeah.
Just because of that.
Yeah.
Because at 4 damage is basically you're at the danger point already. If you at 4 damage, you have to guard all the way.
Yeah.
If you reduce the damage to 3, you can no guard the next attack. If your opponent check double crit,
yeah,
give it to him.
Give it to him. It's a psychology game. Because there's sometimes that when you have trouble trying to heal back later at 5 to 4 damage, it is a very huge barrier for players like us.
Correct. It's basically you play 6 heal in the deck. So you, in my experience, you can heal up to 8 times or 10 times in Angel Feather deck.
Yeah. Alright, we still got a last card. This girl here, this grade 4 Nociel, so beautiful. Why it does is that, sorry, when this unit, at the end of the battle, this unit attack a Vanguard, you may select 2 cards from your rearguard circle, put it to your damage zone, then swap. Yes, it's the Nociel version of battle mode.
Nice.
Then, if you do it that way, then you select 2 cards from your damage zone face up and superior call them to separate rearguard open rearguard circle must be because you replenish.
Correct.
Then if you have a if you only activate we have a Nociel grade heart in your surname, that means only specify for her. You need to have a Nociel heart to activate this effect.
Correct.
To swapping. Finally, if those cards that superior call from the damage zone to the rearguard circle have Nociel in his card name, they gain 5k until the end of turn 2.
So it's cool because you can also use you can even just put this one as a rearguard and just call her back and gain 16k. You can just solo it.
Or even you can make more whipping damage by calling your grade 2 Nociel. Then you can swap another, let's say, where's your grade 2? Where's the Nociel?
The grade 1 is?
Grade 1 Nociel, no lah, grade 2.
Okay,
yeah. Grade 2 Nociel call, then choose a hand, then swap again.
Yeah.
And can add 1 more card to a hand. Then gain more power with your Pegasus. Yeah. That's powerful enough, right?
So this is a very, very beautiful card from the new Winter FC.
Yep.
So be sure to add, so I hope you guys like the deck profile for my friend Wey's Angel Feather Nociel deck. Be sure to add me on Facebook and subscribe to my channel. Peace out and love you guys.
Yeah.